Hi, Ty. We are live now, and you're the host. Can you make me co-host?
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's morning for me, and it may be different time zones for you guys, but I think a lot of you are probably still morning. So welcome to the Tuesday morning. Let me share my screen, and we'll get started. Welcome to Tai Chi, Tuesday morning edition. My name is Ty. I'm going to be your guide today for beginner Tai Chi. I live in Florida near Orlando in the US. I have an education in biology and psychology and computer science. I retired from being a consultant. I was traveling around to various medical centers and hospitals, teaching them how to use their computer system better, get more accurate data, and learn how to exploit it and use it better. During that time, I practiced Kundalini yoga, Hatha yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong. But toward my retirement years, I started studying and getting trained on how to teach. So now in my retirement, that's exactly what I'm doing, using Get Set Up as the platform. It's a great partnership, in my opinion. Today, I'm here to guide you through the Sung Style 12. The 12 refers to the number of forms in the sequence. It's a flowing sequence of movements. And we'll be studying the mechanics of how to do each form and then how to learn to put them into a flowing sequence and turn it into a deeper meditative movement. That takes time and practice. Get Set Up brings us together so that we can learn from each other. And ideally, and especially in a movement class like this, I can see you. So if you're comfortable turning on your camera, please do, so I can see how you're doing. And if you're not comfortable, leave it off. You're okay. That's fine. And hopefully maybe you'll get comfortable enough to turn it on at a future class. Now, today we have Anthony as the TA, and he's making a recording of the class, and it'll be available after class. All you have to do is email help@getsetup.io, and they'll set you up with a copy of the recording. If you didn't come into the class as a registration, but you're here live stream, welcome. I'm glad you came that way. I'm glad you were able to join us. And maybe in the future, you'll make it in and register and join us interactively. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. Important screen, all in red. This means you need to do this. You need to have checked with your doctor. It's my expectation that you did, because I don't think you should be here if you haven't spoken with your doctor. Anytime you start a new practice, any movement or exercise program, you should talk to your doctor and know what the limitations are, especially if you have a health condition or you're taking any medications. I've never had my doctor turn me down. No matter what I tell him I'm doing, it's always been good for you. Keep doing it. Be careful on these issues because you do have peripheral neuropathy and a couple other medical conditions. And we talk about it. And that's the conversation you had with your doctor, I hope, and you know your limitations. Second, pay attention to your body. What is your body telling you during the practice? Whether you're here in class with me or doing a practice between classes, always pay attention if your body's telling you need to sit down, you need to have some liquid, you need to just rest, get a breath, do whatever your body says. And then third, you can follow my directions on how to do the practice. Now, there's several really basic forms. One is the universal posture or Wuji form. I try to go into detail in that in the intro class, Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors, as well as the commencement form and the open and close. That doesn't mean I don't teach them in the regular beginners class, because I do. But if you want a little extra detail, a little extra practice with those forms, make sure you take the Why It's Great for Seniors class, and you'll just get a little bit more detail. In the beginners class, we focus on the specific Tsung 12 forms. Now, there's two sequences that I have this broken down into. It's the single whip sequence, because it starts with a posture called single whip. And there's another one called the brush the knee sequence, because it starts with brush the knee. Each one of them has a left version and a right version. They're mirror images of each other, but you do have to learn and practice each one separately, because just because your brain knows how to do it one way doesn't mean your brain and body is practiced to do it the other way. And to be truthful, it can get very confusing if you try to learn them both at the same time. So I highly recommend that you study it one way for a while and then study it the other way. In class, I'm going to teach it various ways. One day I'll teach it right. One day I'll teach it left. Next time I'll teach the other sequence left or right. So you've got 4 different variations for the class. Now, practice rules, just a quick summary. Follow your doctor's directions. That tells you what you're capable of doing. Follow what you're comfortable with. That means pay attention to your body. Be comfortable. Wear nice, soft, loose, comfortable clothing, and some well-fitting flat shoes, tennis shoes, deck shoes, something comfortable but easily moved in. Do not practice if you're extremely hungry. That's just going to make you uncomfortable. And if you actually just had a really big meal, you might get a little nauseated doing any sort of movement practice. So at home, between classes, avoid it. If you just had a big breakfast, be a little careful during class, be judicious, and make sure you don't get yourself sick to your stomach. Bottom line, always listen to your body. Take rest periods as needed. Anytime you can stop and rest. And if you ever feel pain, there's a reason, so you stop. Pain is not gain, pain is damage. Always stay in your comfort zone for your level of exertion. How much do you want to do in a session? The range of motion, how far do you want to go in a session? And length, how long do you want to go? Is a 5-minute practice comfortable for you as a 10? Be very careful to stay within your comfort zone. Once you kind of learn the mechanics and you get very comfortable doing the movements, the forms, then move as slowly, continuously, and smoothly as you're able to do. And breathe. Just have a natural, comfortable breath the whole time you're practicing. Don't hold your breath. And if you catch yourself holding your breath, which you might do, just remind yourself, don't do that. Once you're very comfortable in the forms, then you can start trying to reduce the amount of effort necessary to do the movements. We tend to put a lot of extra energy into our muscles when we're doing something. In Tai Chi, you want to start learning how to let some of that go and relax the body and sink into the movement a little deeper. One little tip that we use is you pretend the air around you is dense. I like to think of it as a fog, kind of a moist, cool, thick fog. And as I'm moving my arms, I'm swimming in that air. One nice thing about that is I start to feel the cool moisture on my arms, and it's very soothing. Maybe you'll just actually feel a little gentle pressure as a resistance on your arms as you move. It's just a little visualization you can do while you're practicing, and it works very supportively. In your practice, let go. Let go of extra physical energy you don't need. Let go of tension in the body. Let go of any stress. Let go of any mental baggage. Don't let your mind wander off on other issues of the day when you're in your practice. Stay focused on the movement. And always remember, in Tai Chi, less is always more. Never go to your extreme. Always go to 70 or 80%. Less is more. And there's no hurry. If you're rushed for time and your home practice is impacted, don't do the practice that day or do it later. Always plan some time around your practice so that you're not in a hurry. Today's guideline that we're going to focus on is weight separation, which comes up in every class. There's not a class I don't mention weight separation. So this means when you're moving, we call it transitions, when you're moving and you're shifting your weight, that weight should ideally go 100% on one foot. Now that's impossible. You can't go 100%, but the important concept is put as much of your weight on one foot as you can, keeping the body upright before you lift the other foot. That makes it as a safe step. So always practice putting your weight heavily and fully on one foot before you lift the other foot. In Tai Chi, we're going to sort of go back and forth. There's a little bit of a wave or can't think of a good term right now, but you do shift back and forth on the feet. It's almost a rocking motion, and it can become very soothing once you get used to the practice. This actually contributes to better balance. It also increases our leg strength, and it works to help prevent falls. So with that being said, let's do some practice. You can practice standing, seated, or you can stand with a chair nearby just for extra support. Not a bad idea at all times anyway. Practice however serves you best. I'm going to practice standing, and I recommend you have water nearby because you want to continually hydrate. So let me do some transitions here, and you know this is where I always get stuck. So bear with me. We okay with the music? Thumbs up or thumbs down? All right, I see a couple of thumbs up. Cool. Oh, a little louder, Deborah. Oh, a little softer. Okay, give me just a second. There, I took it down a notch. Okay, it's better to hear me than the music, but it's always nice to have the music. So let me, I'm gonna try to go to my other camera, but it's been acting up. So if it won't come on, I'll flip back to this one. Give me a second to try. Yeah, it's refusing to come on for some odd reason. Worked fine last night. This camera will work. It's just not the best perspective. So if you're going to practice standing, come standing with me. If you're practice seating, get comfortable in your chair and sit upright, nice and tall. Either way, stretch your head up to the sky. Wuji form is our first form, and you want to stretch the head and tuck the chin just a little. You guys who have been here before know that this straightens your cervical vertebra. Then tuck your tailbone just a little. Just allow that tailbone to drop down a little bit, and you're going to sink in the knees and rotate that pelvis. Wuji is a relaxed form. You soften your shoulders and let your arms sort of dangle, soft knees. Now, not squat. Don't do this. It's just a little soft bounciness in the knees. Works great over time to strengthen the knees. So this is your Wuji form that we always go back to. So just stand in Wuji and breathe for just a moment. Allow your breath to flow into your belly. Allow your weight to go to one foot. Mine's going to go to my right foot, and then it's going to go to my left foot. Remember that weight separation I mentioned? This is what I'm talking about. Notice how your weight does move with your body movement. And you can feel how solid you are on one foot versus the other. Now, as you bring your weight to one foot, stay there just a moment and lift the other foot. Notice how easy that is to do, and then put it down. You're not falling. You're not taking a typical step and you're not falling. You're just lifting and putting down. Bring the weight to that foot and lift and put down. This is a lot more stable way to step. Let's try taking a step that way. Bring your weight to the right foot. Lift that left foot and just a very small step, put that heel out and touch the floor, and then flatten the foot. Now bring the weight back to that right foot and bring that foot up. I'm gonna have to move the dog. Bear with me a minute. I know, Coda. I know, buddy. I know. He doesn't mind. We have to do that all the time for various reasons. So back to your Wuji. Weight to the right foot. Lift the left foot and step out. Heel, toe. Bring your weight to that left foot. Bring that right foot up to join the left. Now that's a safe step. I'm going to do it sideways. So the weight goes to my right foot. I lift the left foot, step out, heel, toe, bring the weight to the left foot. Bring that right foot to join. That is a very safe way to walk. So that is actually the footwork for commencement form. In commencement, we bring the weight to the right foot. We step out with the left, bring the weight to the left foot, and bring the right to join it. Commencement. Now, the upper body part of commencement, you find Wuji. You rotate the shoulders, allowing the hands to come up to about shoulder level, chest level probably. And then allow the hands to drape. And as they drape, you sink in your knees a little. You pull the hands toward your belly button, and the hands come up the chest. I refer to that as drawing the letter U. Do that again. The hands come up. Draw the letter U. They come down. They come toward your belly. And they come up the chest. Now, once they're at your chest, you just reach out about 70% of your reach and then back in. And that's the upper body part of commencement. Let's put it together. Find Wuji. Commence. Rotate the shoulders. Drop the hands. Come toward your belly button. Up your chest. Now, as your hands are coming up your chest, bring your weight to that right foot. When you've got the weight on the right foot and your hands at the chest, step out with the left foot. As your weight goes to that left foot, you can reach forward. Bring the right foot to join the left. Elbows down. That's commencement. The next form is open and close. Your hands are already at chest level and they should be soft, kind of a curved palm, as though you're holding a little ball. And an open is just separating for a wider ball and coming back. You're actually holding an energy ball. That's the concept. That's your visualization. If you inhale as you open and exhale as you close, you may start to feel that energy ball expanding. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Maybe you pretend you do. All this is exercise to see what you feel. None of it has to be done. It's just, what can I feel if I reach for it? What can I feel if I visualize that there's an energy ball there? Well, that's open and close. Let's go through that once, and then we'll get into our Sung style today. Find your Wuji. Commencement form is rotating the shoulders. Draw that letter U. Comes to your chest, your hands come up the chest, and you step out with the left foot. Reach forward. Bring the right foot to join the left. Elbows down for an open and a close. Now, that's how you begin any practice. So like if you are doing a 5-minute a day or 10-minute a day practice between classes, start your practice with Wuji and commencement and an open and close. Now for training today, we're going to start with the open and close. Let me show you what we're working on today. We're going to work on brush the knee. So it's going to be open and close. We're going to brush the knee right. We're going to play the lute. We're going to parry. We're going to parry, punch, lock, push the mountain, and come back to an open and close. I'm going to turn my back to you, and those that are used to doing it with me, you might want to do it with the demo. And if you're new to the class, you might just want to watch. Open and close. Brush the knee right. Weight goes to your left foot. You step out to the right. Push brush the knee, and play the lute. My weight's on my left foot now. As it comes to my right foot, I'm going to parry. Now I'm going to take that left foot and take a step, flip my hands and parry the other way. Take my right foot, take a step, punch, block, push the mountain, and come back to center or home or whatever you want to call it, open and close. Now let's get into the detail. So come into your wuji, find that energy ball for an open and close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. For brush the knee right, you bring your weight to the left foot. Now, if you're mirroring me, this looks like your right foot, so beware of that. Bring the weight to the left foot, turn to your right 90 degrees and step out with the right foot. I'm actually starting to teach the wrong one, I'm sorry. Open and close. Take your left hand and go forward. You're looking at the back or the palm of your left hand. Sorry about that. Weight goes to the left foot. Step out to the right as that left hand comes into your face and goes out. That is brush the knee. So let's go through that again since I kind of confused the issue. I'm going to turn around and do it with my back to you in a moment. Open and close. Left hand forward. You're just looking at the back of the left palm. Weight goes to the left foot. Turn your torso 90 degrees. Step out to the right heel, toe. The left hand comes in toward your face, turns and goes out over the right knee, and your weight's on the right foot. I'm going to turn my back to you now and do that. So this way, I'm facing the same way you are, and my right and left words will match what you're doing. Open and close. Weight to the left foot. Left hand reaches in front, and you're looking at the back, or you're looking at the palm of the left hand. Turn to the right and step out. At this point, your feet are perpendicular to each other. My left foot's pointing toward my wall, and my right foot's pointing over there. Your left hand starts coming in toward your face, and it turns with the face and pushes out over the right knee. Now bring that hand back. When the hand is out in front of you, your weight's on the left foot. As the hand comes into the face, and the face and hand turns and it goes out over the right knee, your weight starts shifting to that right foot. That's that rocking I'm talking about. You can even see my body rocking with it. With brush the knee, your weight shifts to the other foot. The nice thing about that is once your hand is over, you've brushed the knee and your left hand is out over the right knee, you can lift that back foot and correct it, because you don't want to keep these feet perpendicular. You want them to be pointing the same direction. So weight's on the right foot. I'm going to lift that left foot and turn it so that both feet are facing to the side now, and I bring my weight back to the left foot. Let's do that again. Find your wuji. Hands are up at the heart center for an open and close. So inhale, open. Exhale, close. Weight to the left foot. Left hand reaches out in front, and you're looking at the palm of the left hand. The left hand starts coming toward your face. By the time it gets to your face, you've turned the torso to the right, stepped out to the right with that right foot, heel, toe. The hand continues on and starts pushing away from the face, palm away this time, out over the left knee. There's that brush the knee. With your weight on your right foot, correct that left foot. As you put the weight back on the left foot, bring your weight back on the left foot and let that right toe come up in the air. There's that rocking. Weight on the left foot, right toe comes up. Let's do that again. Open and close. Left hand goes out in front of you. You're looking at the palm. Weight goes to the left foot. Step out to the right as that left hand comes in toward the face. As the hand goes out over the right knee, your weight goes to the right foot. You lift the left foot and correct it and bring your weight back to the left foot, and the right toe comes up in the air a little bit. Let's add something to, I need a sip of water, bear with me. If you need hydrating, now is a good time. Oh, that's much better. Okay, back to the Wuji. Open and close. Weight to 1 foot, whichever one you want to do, but I'm doing weight to the left foot, and that means the left hand goes out. Turn to the right. Left hand comes in and goes out over the right knee. Correct that left foot. As I bring my weight back on the left foot, I'm going to go into the next form, which is called play the lute. Now, notice how my hand, the palm is facing away. Well, for playing the lute, I'm going to turn that palm so it's pointing toward the center of my chest. See how this is my left hand? Turn the palm toward the center. So this is facing out. The other hand, with the palm facing toward that palm, comes up and they pass each other on a diagonal. That's playing the lute. Palms face each other. It's almost like you're strumming a little harp. That's what a lute is, I believe. So just play the lute. Let's do that in continuous movement. If you're relatively new and you're not getting it, just hang in there. It comes. Just keep coming back to class and keep learning a little bit each time. Open and close. Brush the knee left. Weight to the left foot. Left hand out front. Step out to the right. Hand comes in toward the face. Goes out over the right knee. Correct that back foot. Bring the weight to the back foot as you play the lute. The palms pass each other. That's it. Let's do that again. I'm going to turn my back to you. Open and close. Brush the knee right. Palm out in front, left palm. Step out to the right and push the hand out over the right knee. The weight's on the right foot. As you bring the weight back to the left foot, play the lute. At this point, your right hand goes high. One more time, and then we'll move on to the next form. Open and close, brush the knee. Hand out in front, hand comes in toward face, goes out over the other knee. Correct that back foot, weight goes to the back foot, and you play the lute. Now, when we play the lute, the palms are facing toward each other. The next form is called parry. And to do a parry, you turn the palms the other way. So the upper palm goes down. The upper hand turns palm down. The lower hand turns palm up. So they both just flip. Because you're going to get ready for that lower palm to go under the upper palm. So we play the lute, flip the palms, and the palm goes under. It's kind of a very graceful move if you think about it. You know, you play the lute, and then that lower palm goes under the upper palm, and notice how the shoulder just kind of flows forward. Then we're going to flip the palms the other way, and the other shoulder is going to flow forward. Let's do that again. Play the lute, parry left hand under right, left shoulder kind of flows forward. Flip the hands and parry the right hand under the left as the right shoulder goes forward. It's a nice flowing motion that to me feels good. Let's try that. Open and close. Brush the knee. Left hand forward, weight to the left foot. Hand comes toward face, step out to the right, brush the knee. Correct that back left foot and play the lute. You're going to flip the hands and you're going to parry left hand under right. Flip the hands and parry right under left. Let's do that again. I'm going to turn my back to you. Open and close. Brush the knee left. The left hand goes forward. Weight goes to your left foot. Turn out to the right, and the left hand goes out over the right knee. Your weight's on the right foot. Bring the weight to the left foot as you play the lute. Now, the palms are facing toward each other. Your right hand is high. Turn the right hand palm down. Turn the left hand palm up and parry the left palm under the right. Flip the palms. The upper hand is left. turn it palm down. The lower hand is right, turn it palm up, and parry right under left. There's that flowing shoulder. Let's add some foot movement to that. Open and close, brush the knee left. Hand goes forward. That's my left hand. It comes in toward my face as I step out to the right. My weight goes to the right foot. Correct my left foot and play the lute. Now, as I parry left hand under right, I'm going to bring my weight to the right foot. Now, my back foot, I'm going to take a step. I'm going to lift it and take a small step. Flip the hands and parry right under left. And now I'm going to lift my right foot and take a step. Do that again. Open and close. Brush the knee. Left hand goes forward. The weight goes to the left foot. Turn to the right. Left hand brushes out over right knee. Your weight's on the right foot. Correct that left foot. Come back on your back foot and play the lute. This takes your right hand high. Right palm goes face down, left palm goes face up. Weight goes to the right foot as you parry. Now you're safe to lift that left foot and take a step. Flip the hands to where the left palm is down, the right palm is up, and parry the right under the left. Now your weight's on the left foot. You're free to lift that right foot and take a step. Notice how the weight shifts so that it frees up the other foot to take a step. That's that Tai Chi rocking motion. It comes back in all phases of Tai Chi with this rocking motion. Of course, in my opinion, not only does that make Tai Chi a safe movement, it also makes it a little meditative. So, open and close. Brush the knee right. Weight goes to the right foot. Correct the left foot. Play the lute. As your weight goes to the right foot, you parry left under right hand. Take a step with the left foot and parry right hand under left. Take a step with the right foot. Now, what you do now is you make a fist with both hands. And you bring the left hand forward and you just rest the wrist on top of the right wrist. So the hands are like this, make a fist. And that's called a punch. It's not really a punch. It's just a rest the wrist on the wrist. See how they're one's laying over the other? So let's do that. Open and close. Brush the knee right. Weight goes to the right foot. Left hand brushes the right knee. Bring the weight on the left foot and play the lute. Right hand goes high. Step weight to the right foot as the left hand parries under the right. Take a step with that left foot and the right hand parries under the left. Take a step with the right foot. Make a fist with that left hand with the right hand, and the left wrist goes on top of the right wrist for your punch. Beautiful. I'll turn my back to you. We're going to do that. Open and close. Brush the knee. Play the lute. Parry. Parry. And punch. Now, when you finish punch, your weight is on that right foot. It's forward and the weight's on the right foot. It's very typical to lean into this. Make sure you don't. You want to keep a nice straight posture. If you catch yourself leaning, just remind yourself not to lean. So, I'm pushing into that right knee. You never let the right knee go past the ankle. If the right knee is past the ankle, that's unsafe. So, push into that right knee. With your weight on the right foot, you're in the punch. You're going to bring your weight to the back foot. So bring the weight to the left back foot. Separate the hands and open the palms. And it's almost like something surprised you. And then you push back. Push. As the weight goes to the right foot. And you push up a little. It's called pushing the mountain. And this brings you up on your back toe. Let's do that again. The whole sequence. Open and close. Brush the knee. Play the lute. Parry. Parry. Punch. Bring your weight to the back foot and draw back. Ooh. And then push the mountain up. Brings you up on your left toe. Now at this point, you're firmly on your right foot. You've finished pushing the mountain. You're up on your left toe. So you pivot on your left toe. Then you pivot on your right heel. And you're back where you started for an open and a close. I don't mean you're back in the right same space, but you're back in the right position. I'm gonna do this with facing you so I can detail that a little better for you. Open and close. Brush the knee. Step out to the right. Correct that left foot and bring the weight back as you play the lute. Parry left hand under right. Take a step. Parry right under left. Take a step. Punch. Weight to the left foot as you draw back or you block or you close. It has lots of names. Push the mountain, coming up on your left back toe. Pivot on that back toe. Pivot on that front heel for an open and a close. Now, your feet should be basically where you started. If you're finding your feet are like this at the end, you've been taking steps that are a little too large. So just reduce the size steps you're taking. So you'll be basically back in the form or formation that you started in. Find your wuji. Remember, stand tall, relax the body, soft knees, soft shoulders, natural, comfortable breath. Hands up to heart center for an open and close. Brush the knee left. The left hand goes forward. You step out to the right and the left hand brushes over the right knee. Correct that back foot. Play the lute. Take a step on, put your weight on the right foot as you parry left hand under right. Take a step with that left foot, parry right hand under left. Take a step with the right foot as you punch, left wrist over right. Weight to the back foot as you block or pull back, and then you push the mountain, coming up on your left toe. Pivot on that left toe. Pivot on that right heel for an open and a close. I need a drink of water. Open and close. Brush the knee. Looking good there. And I love how you're all slowing it down beautifully. Wonderful. Let's do that again. I'm not going to give any verbal. I'm just going to do the form, and you guys join me best you can. Open. Actually, I'll do it with my back to you in case you're following my physical movement. So open and close. We're going to do brush the knee right. I can tell some of you are starting to feel the forms and go a little deeper. That's wonderful. Let's actually start at the very beginning, because that's a very good place to start. Find your wuji. I'll turn sideways for the commencement. Commence rotating the shoulders. Allow the shoulders to drop. Bring the hands up the chest where the weight goes to the right foot and you step out with the left. Bring that right foot to join the left. Elbows down for an open and a close. Brush the knee right. Let me just give a couple little tips or reminders if you've heard it before. When you're doing a turn, whether it's 45 degrees or 90 degrees, sometimes depending on how you're built, I'm built in a way that needs this. My pelvis gets tight when I do these turns, but you can, how can I best show this? I'm gonna turn my back to you here in the clear light. If I'm gonna turn to the right, as I bring my weight to the left foot, I will often lift the heel and just put it out an inch or two. That allows me a little more room in the pelvis to do that right hand turn. Same thing with the other direction. You just give yourself that little extra benefit to do those turns. If you need it, maybe you're built in a way that it's best not to do that. You know, see, when I do this without moving my heel, I feel a tension right there, and we don't want tension. Let's see, what else can I? And of course, remember, don't lean forward as you do these forms. You're not leaning into the movement. You want to keep a nice straight torso over hips, and then don't reach 100%, reach 70 or 80%. We don't do maximum anything. Remember, less is more. The upper body from here moves as a unit. Rarely do we do anything where we want you to twist in the knees. That's very rare. I won't say it's impossible. It will pop up. But in most of Tai Chi, the lower body and the upper body kind of work independently. You don't twist in those knees. It's all upper body spinal twisting, which is really good for us. Get that spine twisting, and it feels good. So, head stays with the torso, and the eyes typically will follow the hands. Wherever the hands are going, where that movement is, the eyes will typically follow. And you should try to keep a soft gaze. You know, soft gaze. Maybe you can bring a smile to your eyes. I think I mentioned this in class yesterday. We don't think about it, but we smile with our eyes all the time. When someone you care about, someone you love, is coming towards you or doing something and you're watching, typically you're smiling with those eyes. You may be smiling with your mouth too, with your lips, but we smile with our eyes. So see if you can bring that to your practice. See if you can smile with both your lips and your eyes. If you try to smile with your eyes, it's a very great psychological boost to your consciousness. So let's practice one more time. Find your wuji. Rotate the shoulders for a commencement. Soften the knees, hands come down and start to come up the chest. Weight's coming to the right foot as you step forward. Bring the right foot to join and drop the elbows. Open and close. I'm going to take a step back to show my feet. Brush the knee right. Left hand goes forward and you step out to the right. Left hand comes in and goes out over the right knee. Bring the weight back to the left foot and play the lute. Parry. Parry. My right's going under my left hand. Take a step and punch. Block. Weights on the back foot. Push the mountain. Weights on the front foot, and I'm coming up on my back toe. Then I'm pivoting. And for an open and close. I've got time to do one more. I'm going to turn my back to you. Hands at the heart center for an open and close. Brush the knee right. punch, draw back, push the mountain. My weight goes to that front foot. My back toe, I came up on my back toe, and I'm pivoting on that back toe now. Pivot on that other heel for an open and a close. When you're finished with your practice, whether you practice 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, just allow the arms to go forward with the palms down, and then rotate the shoulders down for a formal close. Another formal close that I like doing is the arms come up and out, and they push energy down the spine as you sink in the knees. You inhale and you exhale. I like this one. Inhale and exhale. If you'd like to come seated, okay, just as a quick summary, Tai Chi is a practice that is slow and mindful. Obviously, it's a movement practice, but it's intended to be slow and mindful. In class, we have to learn the mechanics, and so we're not always that slow, and we're not always that mindful. But you can start bringing the slowness and the more mindful attitude into your movement practice if you're practicing between classes. And I seriously mean, even 5 minutes a day will make a big difference for you. And you can squeeze in 5 minutes in the morning or in the evening or during a lunchtime. Next thing you know, I will warn you, the next thing you're going to be doing 15 minutes. It's just the way it goes. It gets addictive. Find some audio sounds that support your practice, even if it's silence. If silence relaxes you, go for it. But I personally like something soft and easy listening. Sometimes I'll even tell Spotify just to play soft classical music. On occasion, I will do nature sounds because I think that's very supportive. Unfortunately, sometimes some nature sounds catch my mind and I lose focus on the practice. But, go with what supports you. Thank you for coming today to get set up, and hopefully you're having some good experiences with various classes on Get Set Up, and we hope you share that on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I need to find the names of some of the others. Maybe I should be saying TikTok and things like that. I probably need to talk to my grandnephew and say, what social media platforms are in use today? Because he knows better than I do. But we hope you'll share your experiences around on social media. If you don't care to, then send your experience to Liz at getsetup.io, and she'll be glad to post it on the website blog. Some other classes that I highly recommend you try because they're related, especially is Qigong. Qigong is the original basis for Tai Chi. So whatever you study in Tai Chong, I'm going to combine them, in Qigong is going to support your Tai Chi practice and vice versa. There's also classes in slow flow yoga. There's no constant there. It depends on what the teacher wants to teach. So try some of the slow flow yoga classes and see if you find one that meets your needs, and it'll be very supportive of your slow practice in Tai Chi. My next classes are my usual, the Tai Chi for beginners, which is this class. Come back as often as you can because we will practice the 2 different sequences in 2 different directions. So you have 4 different ways to study. And then in your private practice at home, you can start putting those sequences in combination into a longer sequence. If you have a home practice. If not, feel free just to come and practice each little piece of sequence with us here in class. I also teach Tai Chi Shibashi, which is a standalone concept in Tai. I don't want to say standalone. It's a concept in Tai Chi that a professor in China came up with, where he takes 18 exercises from Qigong And we do them in a specific sequence in a repetitive way in an effort to benefit us therapeutically. So it's totally to make our body work better and to make us feel better, because typically you'll finish Shibashi feeling really good. So if you haven't tried it, come give it a try. I think it's downright fun, but then I'm kind of quirky. But if you enjoy it, come back as often as you can. It's one of those things that all of us need to be doing every day. And I teach Kundalini yoga. And I'm thinking I teach it tonight. I believe I teach a class tonight at 6:30 Eastern time. So if you haven't tried Kundalini yoga, jump in on class tonight and join us. It's a chair-based yoga class, or mat, if you care to do it on the mat. It's a therapeutic style of yoga. It's not gym yoga. So it's a style that everyone can do no matter what your age or ability. You decide how you do each exercise as far as how long you do it, and how deep you do it. And so you get to customize the class to fit your needs. But I will give you a sequence that we're going to go through, and each class will have a specific goal. One class is to support rest and relaxation. One is support stress recovery. One is to help us feel elevated. Every Kundalini yoga class has a formal theme, and the exercises are done to support getting us to that goal. I also teach a fitness class called Sit and Get Fit. It's chair-based, it's exercises, and it's meant to be a little bit aerobic. I do a faster pace one on Sunday evenings at 6:30, 6 o'clock Eastern time. And then I've got one on Saturday mornings, I think at 9 or 10 Eastern time. And the Saturday morning is a little more gentle. So you can choose whether you want the more gentle or the more vigorous, or you can come to the gentle one and just move faster, or you can come to the vigorous one and move more slowly. But I just want to let you know which way I'm kind of directing it and which way the beat and the music supports. But you can make the class yours. Class notes will come out after class, and I will send you 3 other classes that might be of interest to you that'll be hot linked, and maybe it'll be something that you hadn't noticed on the schedule and you might like to try just by clicking on the link. The important thing there, though, is give feedback. Please give us feedback. We thrive on your opinions. So you click give feedback. You can rate the session 1 to 5 stars. It'll default to 4. Feel free to pop it up to 5 if you enjoyed class, and give us your comments about the class. Same thing about me. I'm the guide. So feel free to pop it up to 5 stars and tell us how you feel. What are your comments, pro and con, or about me? Oh, I hate tell people to say things con about me, but please do. If there's something I can do better, please tell me, because then I can grow and make the class better for you. And in general, this little box at the bottom is tell us how we at Get Set Up could improve. Something about the schedule that you could see be done better, please tell us. Or what else do you want to learn? If there's a class or something that isn't currently supported, please ask for it. We are a community. I'd love to get them to capitalize the U there. I think it really is a neat word when you say community with the capital U there for unity. We are in unity in a community. So spread the word. Let's bring other people into our group and teach them about learning with Get Set Up. And if you've got something that you have an interest in, consider hosting an interest group, because you'll bring people of like minds together on a subject and you'll get to share. And it's a great way to meet people and make friends who have common interests. So maybe you crochet. If you crochet doilies, maybe do an interest group in crocheting doilies, and you guys can start swapping patterns and learning new ways to, I don't know anything about crochet to even speak here, so I'm going to say something stupid. New ways to knot the yarn or whatever. I shouldn't bring up a subject I literally know nothing about, should I? Even though my mother was a voracious crocheter, I know nothing about it. And of course, another reference here to suggest a class that you would like to see on Get Set Up. Now, we partner with groups, assisted care facilities, senior living, government, and community organizations. So if you're affiliated with any of those, please send us their contact information. Just email it to help@getsetup.io, and we'll reach out to them and see if we can help them, maybe partner with them. Anthony made a recording of today's session, so if you're interested in having a copy, just email help@getsetup.io and they will set you up. Now, if you want to register any of my classes, you can always go to getsetup.io/series, SERIES/Ty, and that'll give you a list of the classes I teach with links to the next class that has an opening. You can bookmark that in your browser. And if you don't know how to bookmark that, either look for a class on Get Setup that'll teach you more about your browser you're using, or reach out to help@getsetup.io. I bet somebody there can advise you how to bookmark in your choice of browsers. You might want to bookmark GetSetup.io in general in your browser too, to make it easy to find it. Okay. Thank you guys for staying to the end. Let me see what chat's got to say. Maybe there's something. You're right, Susan. Wuji is like mountain pose in yoga, but more relaxed. I actually sometimes will actually mention mountain pose, but in mountain pose in yoga, we open the heart, so we're kind of flexed. But you're right. Relax into it, and you've got mountain pose. You know, Tai Chi, Qigong, and yoga came up at the same time through the same thousands of years. They were just in two different geographical areas, but you know they talk to each other. So there's got to be a lot of overlap in these philosophies. It didn't just stop right there at the geographical border. So I don't know which came first. Maybe none. Maybe it just came up at different time frames. Martha, yeah, the left and right is a little tough because of the platform doing it online. That's why I try to flip around and show you me doing it with my back side your way. I wish I were very adept at moving to the left and saying right, but I found that my mind is not quick enough. I can't move my left foot and say I'm moving my right foot. So it's best if I just keep, flipping around and showing you moving in your direction with my backside showing. But yeah, getting confused about right and left is not unusual. But you know what? Keep practicing with us and that'll go away. Because as your mind and body starts building that connection, that concern over left and right starts disappearing because you stop thinking about it. You just end up feeling the movement and doing it. So how do you manage it? Just stay in there and practice. It's kind of like, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? You practice. So same thing with Tai Chi. Thank you, Cheryl, for your kind words. You too, Pat Moore. You guys are so generous. You too, Linda and Lynn. I'm really getting it. I like that. That's a good phrase, Lynn. And thank you, Denise. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to let you guys get on with your day. I got to go Costco, go shopping. So maybe see some of you tonight and that was not a marketing for Costco. I'm not supposed to market anything. So maybe I'll see some of you in Kundalini Yoga tonight. Have a good day.
See you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.